Over the last few days, subtle but critical moves were made. The United States quietly repositioned military assets in the Middle East. Not a withdrawal, not an escalation, a signal. Iran responded, not with rockets, but with warnings. Official language, calculated words, the kind of language used when both sides understand how close the edge really is. At the same time, Iran temporarily closed its airspace. Flights were halted, then reopened. To most people, this looked routine, but to military analysts, this was a message. Airspace closures are not random. They happen when governments prepare for uncertainty, when they want control of the skies, just in case. Nothing exploded, but everything shifted. The world still imagines war as tanks rolling and missiles launching, but that image is outdated. Modern wars begin long before the first strike. They begin with economic pressure, sanctions, cyber operations, proxy forces, strategic silence. Iran and the United States have been fighting this kind of war for years. What's different now is timing. Multiple pressure points are converging at once. Regional instability, global energy tension, election politics, military fatigue from long conflicts. This is when mistakes happen. And modern wars don't require intent. They require miscalculation. One drone, one intercepted shipment, one misunderstood warning. That's all it takes. Iran does not want a direct, declared war with the United States. Direct wars favor superpowers. Instead, Iran uses strategic pressure, influence through allies, control of choke points, cyber capabilities, psychological signaling. Iran's power is not in invasion, it's in disruption, and disruption doesn't need headlines. That's why the messaging is calm, controlled, deliberate, because the goal is not shock, it's leverage. The United States also understands the cost of escalation. A direct war with Iran would not be limited. It would pull in regional allies, energy markets, global supply chains. This is why the U.S. response has been quiet. Force repositioning instead of deployment, warnings instead of ultimatums, deterrence instead of declaration. Silence is not weakness, it is calculation, and calculation means preparation. There are only 3 realistic paths forward. 1. Diplomacy holds. Pressure continues but no line is crossed. 2. A limited incident occurs, small enough to deny, large enough to respond. 3. A single mistake triggers escalation neither side actually wanted. History shows us something uncomfortable. Most major wars were not planned, they were triggered. Right now, the Iran-US situation is not about intention, it's about proximity. So no, you did not miss the headline that says war has begun. Because modern wars don't announce themselves, they unfold quietly, strategically, one decision at a time. And right now, everything that happens before a war is already in motion. Subscribe, because wars don't start on headlines, they start before you're told.